You ready, Widget? Let's do this! Beep, beep, bada, boop. All right, pull up Minesweeper.
I guess Juicy is the one who killed Mysterious.
Oh, appropriately sad about it.
Even she could move the body with that lift.
Ha 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 ha! Me, evil Juicy!
Beep, boop, boop. I'm going to murder them all. Murder, murder, murder. Put the dead body into a coffin. How appropriate. I was on stage at the time.
No emotion.
But that terrible mistake. My stupid flub caused Juicy so much trouble. I feel so bad about it.
Do you? With that you feel bad about it? You feel so bad?
You feel so bad? I feel so terrible about the thing that we did there, huh?
I have to say, Mr. Fam, you certainly are a strange one, Mrs. Grinch. Even though you said, I feel so bad about it, it seems you were not worrying and feeling happy about it.
Oh, gee.
I think I can guess why you were feeling happy. It must be because you messed Juicy up. I think you were happy because you messed the defendant up. I'm right, aren't I?
You gotta be kidding me. Why would I be happy I messed Juicy up? I'm a big fan of hers. I think she's great. I think she's a great person. Yep.
Because we saw you.
I hate her. I loathe her. I can't stand that Juicy right. Just because she's a little good at magic, she thinks she's all that. So this is exactly what that sniveling brat deserves.
We saw how you said you hated Juicy Wright. How you were glad she was in trouble. And even how it was what she deserved.
Ouch.
Looks like I hit the bunny on the head, so to speak. Or the bunny hit the bunny. On the bunny noggin. Noise level decreasing, but we're not out of the woods yet.
Apollo, the noise level dropped. Now, we can get it down to 0%.
Well, Mr. Fame, DeFam, are you ready to confess how you really feel?
What? What do you mean? I'm Bonny, the sweet, cute little bunny. I'm a rookie magician working hard to be just like my idol, Juicy. That's the character I'm supposed to be.
Keep that up, Mr. Fam, and you're gonna have a mental breakdown.
Just let yourself be who you really are.
A conniving, terrible, terrible person.
Who I really am.
The two sides of you are fighting each other and doing you psychic harm. I can hear them. Two distinct voices battling inside you.
Shut your pie hole. You know nothing, know-it-all. I mean, you mustn't say things like that, or I might get flustered.
Mr. Fem, how long do you insist on maintaining this wolf in sheep's clothing act? We can't end this therapy session until you get real with us. Set the wild beast inside you free. Is she not a bunny?
Don't make me laugh. You don't know a dang thing about me. You want to see who I really am? Fine, Take a good look.
Umbrella. Whoa, she's not a rabbit, she's a babbit. What in the world?
Sheep's clothing, you got it all wrong. It's a rabbit suit I've got on. And I'm not a wolf, I'm a blood-sucking vampire. A bat with fangs and wings.
A bat? Don't let it get in my hair. I think we just opened Pandora's box.
I'm finally done with that goody two-shoes cut and tail act. I feel free as a bat.
Was not expecting. Did not expect this. Genuinely did not expect this.
Defense! Your therapy session has taken a turn for the worse from the looks at it. You've excised something dreadful.
There's a perfectly good explanation for this. Isn't there, Miss Cykes? Methinks I created a monster.
We blew it! Hey, you lobster boy!
Oh, me? I'm a stag beetle.
You think I'm glad Chusie's in trouble? That I think she's getting her just desserts? Well, guess what? You're right.
Does that mean you admit to wishing the defendant harm?
Well, the bat is out of the bag now. That mistake of mine was a work of art. Thanks to my goof, poor little Trucy had to do all of that hard physical labor.
When you say hard physical labor, what are you referring to? I kind of think I know, but okay.
Because of Mr. Hat's new position, Trucy had to move both of those huge stage lifts. They must have been so heavy. What a riot.
That's strange. Athena, could you please add that last statement to Bonny's testimony? Alright, I'll update the mood matrix with the new info. Beepity boop. Huh. Hey, Apollo, there's a new inconsistency in the testimony. Yeah, she finally slipped up. So what do I need to do now? Well, from this point onward, you just do what you do best. Find the contradiction in the testimony and present evidence to refute it. Alright, I've got you now, Bonny to fame. I guess Trucy's the one who killed Mysterious. Even she could move the body with that lift. I was on stage at the time, but that terrible mistake. Info update.
You know what serves her right? Thanks to that, she ended up having to move the stage lifts.
But if she was moving the stage lifts, she wouldn't have had time to do things. Let's look at our evidence and see what we have. I think we have Trucy's statement. That she about moved the stage lifts to cover Bonny's mistake. She told no one about this. Bonny messed Mr. Hat's position for the escape trick, placing him opposite the scripted location on the right side. As a result, Trucy had to quickly move the lifts onto the stage. She never told anyone that she had moved the stage lifts. I feel like this is an important thing to point out.
Objection!
Yep. That doesn't make sense.
What? So you think I'm crazy now?
No, that's not the point I was trying to make.
But I don't hear you denying it.
Mr. Pham, allow me to repeat your statement. Thanks to that, she ended up having to move the stage lifts.
That's right. And I still say that's just what she deserved.
But how did you know? How did you know Miss Wright moved the stage lifts?
Huh?
According to her own statement, she didn't tell anyone that she had done so.
What?
So how could you possibly have known what she had done? Unless you saw her. You saw Miss Wright moving the lifts in the understage passage, didn't you? Oh, your umbrella. Your umbrella. Your emotions reveal yourself.
Lieutenant Apollo, noise levels are at 0%.
But, Mr. Justice, wouldn't that mean...
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Fame herself was under the stage where the victim was killed. And I hardly need to tell the court what that means. Does that... Are there two bunnies? You are one artful liar, Mr. Fame, and one spectacular suspect. Looks like it's a blustery day in the courtroom.
Like you shiny red lobster boy, you're saying I killed Mysterious.
I'm saying that it's a possibility. What's more, I say you had a solid motive to frame my client for the murder as well.
Objection.
My apologies for raining on the defense's merry revelry. But you seem to have forgotten one very important point. Oh, really? The TV footage. The dog from the Wacky Race's name is Muttley. He's a mutt. The TV footage. As you can clearly see, Mr. Pham was on stage the whole time. The entire audience can bear witness to that fact, including you. Oh yeah. I'm beginning to suspect, especially with all the talking they'd been doing of neat teleportation tricks, that Bonny must have like a twin sister or something. Is that too soap opera for that to happen? You have just taken a long and senseless journey, only to return to the starting line. The witness could not have been in the understage passage, which means the only one left who could have killed the victim is the accused. Ah! Guess the party's over. But Mr. Fame knew something she couldn't have known unless she was under the stage. How do you explain that, Prosecutor Sadmity? It's quite simple. The accused must have told Mr. Fame about it, but then forgot.
Open those youthless eyes of yours and take a good look at the footage. If Mr. Fame really was in the understage passage, it would mean she was on stage and understage at the same time.
You mean she was in two places at once? That does seem to be the only explanation that makes any sense. Maybe an explanation, but I'm not sure about the make sense part. Then we'll just have to make it make sense. I'll just pretend it's the truth, and I'll hold my breath until everyone in the court agrees with me. Your Honor, the witness was both on stage and understage at the same time. Boom, boom. That is the defense's assertion.
I've heard some illogical things come out of you before, but this is absurd.
I'm sure you'll change your tune once you hear my reasoning, Your Honor.
My gut tells me you're bluffing, but I'll bite. Give me a sandwich. Very well, Mr. Justice. How do you explain how the witness was in two places at once?
So, she teleported, which she's supposed to be able to do. There were two Bonnies, which is what I think I think that she might, to explain how she does her teleportation stuff, maybe there was a second Bonny, or there was just another double on stage, but the Bonny on stage was moving around a little too much for it to be like a fake. I'm gonna say there was two. There were two Bonnies, Your Honor. My Bonny lies over the ocean. My Bonny lies over the sea. Bring back my Bonny to me. If that were the case, it would all make sense, wouldn't it?
There were
two of them.
I suspected you had a few screws loose, but now I see some are missing altogether. Is there a toolkit in this courtroom, Your Honor? I suppose 3 screws to the head should righten his putrid brain.
We're just gonna stick it right in.
Very well, bailiff. Could you...
Wait, no, don't put screws in my head. Please, listen to my argument.
Very well. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to at least give it a listen.
As was argued earlier, Mr. Fame is shown in the footage the whole time. But at the same time, she was also watching Miss Wright in the understage passage. The only possible explanation is that there are two Bonnies.
That almost sounds like it makes sense. What do you think, Prosecutor Sadmati?
This humble servant of the Holy Mother is of the opinion that we should lose no time in replacing the defense's many lost screws.
Loving all the two foxes references in the chat. But Apollo, it goes against reality itself to say that one person is actually two. But we don't have to be bound by reality. After all, we're talking about magic here. So, if the Bonny to Fame in the footage is the real Bonny, and the Bonny here on the witness stand, the one who must have been under stage, this Bonny to Fame is our second Bonny. She is? Say we call the one in front of us Bonny number 2, and we call the other one Bonny A. Bonny A and Bonny number 1. They're from we're doing a parallel universe thing here. I believe I have just the piece of evidence to prove that a Miss Bonny number 2 exists.
Oh, then please submit your evidence, Mr. Justice. What proves the existence of a Bonny number 2?
Not the diagram, the script. Mr. Reyes transformed into a dragon, Bonny teleportation trick, and Trucy escape trick. The teleportation trick is pretty good. Watching the Dual Destinies playthrough doesn't help, apparently, because people who watch the entire playthrough still don't get two foxes. There was a puzzle that they harped on a little too hard, and they kept saying two foxes over and over and over again, and it just became a running gag. That's the two foxes joke. That's it. It's just a running joke from two foxes being said a lot. Let's see. Not the poster, not the notebook. Crime photo, fingerprinting results. Not that, not that, not that. Is there something in the show footage? Does she teleport at some point in this footage? She doesn't seem to. She just kind of hangs out. In the beginning of the show, she did a teleportation trick. That's true, there was a pair of prints that we don't know who they are. So it's probably not this. Let's go back to the printos. Fingerprinting is... Oh, I was meaning to read that.
What's this?
Because it was unknown fingerprints on the fingerprinting thing. Okay, during our investigation, we found a set of unknown prints on the coffin stage. These prints were most likely left during the course of the show, but they didn't match the prints of any of the people involved in this case.
An unknown third party's fingerprints.
The shadow during the footage was Mr. Hat flying up into the air, so that's something.
I was not told of this.
Supposedly it was Mr. Hat. Emma must have kept it from him. So the question is, who could these prints possibly belong to?
Not gonna say anything.
Mr. Fam, or should I say Bonnie number 2? These are your fingerprints, aren't they? That's really easily found out. Just have her right now. Whoa! Rosary beads!
Enough of this foolishness. One person could not possibly be two. Those fingerprints could have been left not only during the show, but at any time.
It's not like you'd lose your cool like that, Prosecutor Sadmity. And I'm sure you know that. Exactly when the fingerprints were made is not the main issue.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Justice?
The issue is, who do these unknown prints belong to? They're certainly not Bonnie the Fam's. But what if they belong to the person standing right in front of us?
Oh, you mean Bonnie number 2 is the second Bonnie? Is that what you're implying?
It's preposterous to suggest that those prints belong to the witness. I say they must belong to some other unknown individual.
Prosecutor Sadmity, can you really look at her and still say that?
What are you looking at? Take a picture, it'll last longer.
How could this be?
If we check her prints, I'm sure they'll match the unknown set. Well, Bonnie, the prints that don't belong to the real you belong to you, don't they, Bonnie number 2? That was awkwardly phrased, but I'm gonna hold my claim.
Witness, is what the defense said true?
Fine, I admit it. The fingerprints are mine.
Then, does that mean you aren't Bonnie the Fam?
What ridiculous...
Oh, snippity snap. We got 2 bunnies. Or a bat and a bunny.
Are there really 2 Bonnies?
Hey, Vegemite, thanks for following.
Nope, there's only one Bonnie. That's because I'm Betty.
Hi, Betty.
Betty the Fame.
They're sisses! They're sissies! They're twins! What?
Ladies and gentlemen of the court, it's time for a wondrous magic show. Gasp in amazement as this lagomorphing illusionist performs her teleportation magic. Watch closely. It's showtime.
Did she leave? Did she just leave? Is she gone? Whoop!
Oh, I'm
Oh, she's a different umbrella. Teleportation! Magic! Sultry sitting on prosecution desks. Ooh! Ah! I think I called it.
What an amazing trick! The witnesses suddenly split into 2 people. Could I do that? Then a different judge could stay here, and I could go home and watch the television. Hold on. I'm gonna... Nope, I can't do it. Teach me.
not a trick, no gimmick to it either. We're simply twins.
What? Twins? So that's how the teleportation trick works.
Ever since our debut, we've had to hide our pretend I'm Bonnie. All cute and sweet and goody-goody. I can't tell you how stressful it's been. But I don't have to hide anymore. That's right, our day of sneaking around is finally over.
This double hop's freaking me out a little bit. Their cover is blown, but they actually seem pretty happy about it.
So, which one of you is the nice Bonnie de femme we met in the dressing room?
That would be me.
And the sharp-tongued Bonnie we saw with the Reddings Raja understage was...
Hey, who you calling sharp-tongued?
It's all starting to make sense now. Fingerprinting results updated in the court record.
So, Mr. Justice, this changes the facts of the case rather dramatically, doesn't it?
It certainly does. During the show, it was Bonnie who was on stage the whole time. So Bonnie couldn't have committed the crime. But Betty, on the other hand, who was understage, did have an opportunity. Twins don't necessarily have identical fingerprints, actually. You'd think, but their DNA is the same, but other things aren't.
Well, so we now have two suspects.
Wait just a minute there, Lobster Boy. I didn't do it. That's right, Betty might have had a foul mouth, but she'd never kill anybody. Hey, who's got a foul mouth here? Oh, well, speak up, huh?
Hold it! Please save your sibling squabbling for later. Getting a little crowded on the witness stand, huh? Betty, you must have been in the understage passage during the show. Otherwise, you wouldn't have known about the stage lifts being moved. So what exactly were you doing down there?
Fine, I'll testify. Anything to get you off my back.
Prosecutor Sanity, Betty de femme is ready to testify. What do you say?
Betty, you lied to this humble servant of the Holy Mother.
Hey, what else could I do? I couldn't blow our cover and ruin our magic act. Besides, am I gonna go to your twilight hell or whatever for being a liar?
You will indeed. However, it won't be after your death. Rather,
Uh-oh!
I shall give you a taste of your punishment on this mortal coil in interrogation hell.
Now then, Betty de femme, please explain to this court what exactly you were doing under the stage.